My family is different than a lot of people would think a family is. In my family, I'm the eldest child, which means a lot of things. I can't get away with anything because my parents always believe I'm the troublemaker, when actually it's always my sister. So my life isn't as easy as hers. To do whatever you want and to never get caught. There are always ways for me to get my way sometimes, but my parents don't always find out the ways I, it gets done, which for the most part is better unsaid. Life is a big roller coaster, which is the easiest way to explain my family and my mother, who is a goddess that I love so much but sometimes can't stand her. But that's normal because we're family, and I know we'll get over it and forgive each other. Then my father, who I look up to, trust, but most part of the time can be insanely annoying and loud when it comes to watching a Dallas Cowboys game. But he is always there for me when I fall and need to be picked up. Then there is the one person in my life that I most likely fight with the most, and a lot of the time want to pull her hair out, would be my little sister. She is always a pain in the butt to live with. And if I was on a fire and there was one drop of water left in her water bottle, she would most likely take it for herself. There are a lot of rare occasions where me and her actually get along. And when do I actually enjoy spending time with her? The place that I lived in about a little over a year ago was not as nice as the house I live in now. Many people would tell me how small my old house used to be, even though I agreed with everything they said, in the same sense, I also disagreed. Because I knew that the house was old, but to me it was more than that. It was my home. The place where I grew up and learned who the person I became today. Where I even learned my own name and to walk and to talk. There are more things that make the house on 972 Lakeland Drive that is no longer there. It was my home, and even though it is no longer there, it'll always be there in my memories. A simple word of trouble is never a good meaning, but it does cause people to think ahead about their choices before they are made. There was a time in my life where the word trouble came stumbling through my life with a big bang, and there was no warning to it. In life, many signs and signals come with a decision, but for many people, they never get that person there with them, telling them either to do it, or if they do the decision, it could end up ending very badly. Another thing is that I wish more people actually would think ahead about things before they did them, so that way no one would get even gotten hurt. There are days that I wake up in my room dreading that I actually have to go to school. But a lot of the time, on a rare occasion, I actually enjoy going to school. Get like an hour before class even starts is the perfect time to get a good amount of some well-needed downtime. There was one morning, and I was in the best mood a person could ever wake up with. Many people just don't understand if someone is in a great mood, then don't ruin it and what happened on that most terrible day. The thing that don't actually understand is that when someone purposely does something to make another person upset just to get a good laugh, on that terrible day, even though it started out great, the rest of the day didn't go so smoothly. The point of when my day was going downhill started in third period. On that day, it was insanely cold, and we were supposed to go run outside, which I knew I couldn't get out of. But for one, I didn't even have my sweatpants with me because I was wearing jeans on that day, so that made me upset. And the rest of the day went downhill from there. And I was just in a terrible mood, and nothing I could do would change all of that. Molly is many things to me more than just my friend. For one, she is one of my best friends, and also she is my sister because we hang out more than me and my actual sister. Molly means a lot to me. She is always there to catch me just before I'm about to fall off the cliff. There is no one in my world that can either aggravate me and make me laugh in the same conversation, which she can. And that is the coolest thing to have in a person's life. There are things about her that aggravate me and things I do to aggravate her, which includes she hates that she is taller than me, so sometimes to make her happy, I will wear my wedge black boots just because it makes me look taller than her, which I find hilarious. I would know a lot about my parents' expectations for just about everything that is involved with my life. They always believed I should always be doing stuff the way that they want me to do it. Don't get me wrong, I love my parents with all my heart, but sometimes they just push me too hard and it makes a lot of things harder on me to get things right or the way that they want me to do it. I just wish my parents could understand me more and just to stop assuming that everything I do is either wrong or it wasn't the right way to do it. My parents love me and I know they do. I don't always understand the things that they do, but I do, even though if it's harsh, there's just trying to protect me so I don't get more hurt. The thing is that they think they are always right, even when though they know that they're not, that they're wrong. There are many things about me that a lot of people don't actually understand about me, which I actually wish they did so they could make my life 20 times easier. The thing that is that I wish people knew about me were why I do things the way that I do it. And not to not judge me for it. I'm human. I have feelings. So people don't need to step into my life and take the one happiness away from me. I mean, if someone doesn't know me that well, it's the proper thing to get to know them way before you even start to judge them on either the way they dress the way that they do or talk the way that they do. I don't judge people on the way they look unless I don't like that particular person. But I always try to get a chance to know them and see them for who they really are on the inside. The person you can't stand might actually have another reason for being the way that they are. And most of the time it might not even be their fault. So always get to know someone first before you think about the person that they are, and not by the way they're wearing, by what they're wearing or how they act. I am creative and unique. I wonder how I can get through life. I hear desperation. I see a world of creations. I want to live without regret. I am creative and unique. I pretend I am on top of the world. I feel that I know what I'm doing. I touch the person that I truly am. I worry how I can survive through the day. I cry when I feel upset. I am creative and unique. I understand that not everything always goes my way. I say I can be anyone I want to be. I dream I am the queen of the world. I try to do everything I'm told. I hope to be the person that I set out to be. I am creative and unique.